Shalom. Well, this is Toldot. Whoa. Wow. Time's ticking by, and we're quickly approaching Hanukkah. And a lot of people are starting to focus on Hanukkah. For all those who are starting to teach about Hanukkah, to the children who wait for Hanukkah, oh boy, you must be getting excited. Isn't that the day that the red-suited rabbi comes down your chimney and brings you lots of gifts? What? 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 Oh. That's a mix? Oh. The red-suited guy? He's Christian. Oh. No, I don't think he's Christian. I think he's pagan, isn't he? Oh. You sure he's Christian? Oh, well, yeah, we're not sure either what he is. But he certainly doesn't seem to be all everything he is. I just had to throw that in. To my Jewish friends, I'm sorry if I offend you with the red-suited rabbi. My text today is found in Yonakan chapter 2, or Yaakov chapter 2, which is James, where you go in. We're following in your regular Bible. And I'm quoting out of the Aramaic English New Testament, AENT, ain't. And I'm getting verses 1 through 9 on that. So it is, my brothers, do not hold faith of the glory of our Master Yeshua HaMashiach with double-minded hypocrisy. If there comes to you one in the assembly with gold rings or splendid garments, and there come in a poor man in ragged and stained garments, and you respect is shown to him who is clothed with splendid garments, as you say, be honorably seated, while you say to the poor man, stand way over there, or sit over there in a low prostration before my footstool, are you not showing double-mindedness among yourselves, and becoming advocates of evil thoughts? Hear, my brothers, that has not Elohim chosen the poor of the world, rich in the faith, and heirs to the kingdom which Elohim has promised to them that love him? But you have despised the poor man, and do not rich men exalt themselves over you? If in this you fulfill the Torah of Elohim, it is written, you will love your neighbor as yourself, and you do well in this. But if you have partiality towards persons, you commit sin and are convicted by the Torah, and are considered as breakers of the Torah. The set of this message is called Love Without Partiality. And in it, James talks about love it's being the hallmark. It is the mark, all right, of a true believer. Love isn't dictated by your prejudices or partiality. It doesn't matter if they are a Roman Catholic. It doesn't matter if they're Greek. It doesn't even matter if they're unbeliever. They come into our places of assembly. This is the point of holy convocation, and God does not allow people. He's not drawing in their congregation. So before you grab somebody and throw them out, all right, think twice that you are not in your house. It is not your building. If it is truly the building of the Messiah, if this is truly a point of congregation, if this is an area by which the assembly is coming together, this is not your area. This is God's area. And by putting them out, you are disrespecting your Father, Elohim. As a matter of fact, the Greek word for partiality is prosapolepeteo. Excuse me, I don't speak Greek that well. And technically means to lay hold of the face, to get essence of. There are many verses in the Old Testament which use the word face in the same way. God set his face against the one who he was angry. He sets his face toward particular destination. Moses pleads with God that his face does not go with Israel as they traveled in the wilderness. In each instance, the word seems to imply or mean more than the outward appearance, but rather an in-depth of emotion, a way of being, the way we are, our intent, as it were. I have an expression which I say, if I go by my heart, I do well. If I go by my mind, I will mess up. Here James is admonishing his readings, all right, to be careful not to make judgments based on the outward appearance, but rather show preference to those which are rich and hold positions of power and influence, but rather to show love to all men equally. It doesn't matter if you're a humble little poor church mouse in the back of the congregation, and it doesn't matter if you're the chief rabbi. Every person should be in equality. All right. And I've been in churches where they bring these people in, and oh, this is apostle so and so. Oh, this is prophet so and so. Oh, this is pastor so and so. Come sit up at the front. Come sit up at the front. And people are regulated back. Somebody comes in with rags and things. Oh, maybe you might be more comfortable back here, and they move them back to the congregation, or put them in a little room in the back with a speaker where they can't really see. Or they even shut out mothers who are suckling and put them in a private room. Now, I understand the privacy of nursing, and I understand the comfortableness for the mother and for the infant, as well as the congregation proper. We don't need leering brothers who can't keep a respectful eye peering over and checking out somebody else's wife who has brought forth a child and just thinking evil thoughts. The idea is to congregate together. But at the same time, sometimes we simply go, oh, you mustn't do this here. You should go over here to this private area. But even those little things can be putting out, and we should become more perspective in what we do. I'm watching my time here. I don't have much time, so there could be probably 2 of these videos. Here, as our rabbi, Yochanan or Yochav, all right, the Torah teacher tells man to bear the image of God. Each human being holding within him the divine spark is taught in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. Then God said, let us make man in our image. Don't forget that every individual, whether their status in life, whether they're blessed or whether they are cursed, whether they're up or whether they're down, whether they're fat or they're thin, all right, still is made in the image of God. Some rabbis today have taught that the word in, used in the verse, could mean as, adding another layer of importance to this text. In the ancient days, it was common for a conquering king to make images of himself and place it strategically around the newly conquered lands, so that even when he returned to his home, his new subject would constantly be reminded that this land now belonged to him. So the rabbis said God created man not just in his image, but as his image, to be placed strategically throughout the earth, constantly reminding everybody who look at us that this earth now belongs to the great and mighty Elohim. All right? So we're to be emissaries. We're to be walking testaments. We are the created image of what he is. We are the emblem that this land has now conquered and put under the thumb of the mighty Elohim. Not Satan. He has no power. Not any other work. Not any king. Not any principal. Not any prime minister. Not any president. All right? This land belongs to mighty God. All right? From the Beit Resh to the Av. All right? This is all part of the Bereshit, or the place or the land that is deeded to the firstborn son. Since we are all in God's image bearers, the Torah teaches that man should treat each other equally and accordingly and respect each other. Simon ben Azi, a famous rabbinic teacher of the 2nd century, gives us the basic moral justification of human dignity. The divine presence in everyone gives him is the infinite importance deserving the honor. Kohav ha-meret, the human dignity, is not only a philosophical concept, but descriptive of the human nature, but it also dictates on how we should behave. I'll be back in 2 seconds with part 2.